Hello and welcome everybody to Tuesday Night Terror Vision. And for those of you with a keen eye out there, you'll see I adjusted the font on the thumbnail. We kind of changed it up a little bit. Went with the Terrifier font on there, which I kind of like the look of. Changed that up, changed the lettering. This is episode 50.
Whoa!
Episode 50 of Tuesday Night Terror Vision.
Wow.
And God, you've been here for
a while now.
It's been a couple months.
No.
And thank you, man, for just being part of it and stepping in and jumping on here every Tuesday with me, bro. I appreciate it. I know you don't get to talk horror on your channel.
I know. It's super. This is like my favorite guest spot because I'm like, I even like the streams them better than some of the ones that I do. But it's good to talk horror, and it's good to have enthusiasm for it and not look at it. I hate the distancing. I know. Oh yeah, it's pretty good for that kind of movie, like this kind of dialogue. It's pretty good for a slasher movie. What does that mean, right? So I like that we're talking look, we love this stuff. It's unapologetic. That's it. If you don't like it, well, it's not for you. But if you do like it, you like it. So. I appreciate that kind of dialogue.
Yeah, and this movie we're reviewing tonight is a very straightforward slasher type. It is. We watched this, and you guys over there on Patreon, Wrestling with Horror on Patreon. Hang on a second. Let me share that in the chat. I'll drop that in there for you for $2 a month. The link's in the description. You can become a BRAINBUSTER over on Patreon, and you can watch this movie with us on Patreon. I know we did a watch party, but we can't show the movie on YouTube.
Right.
On Patreon, it's paywalled, so you get our commentary right along with the movie over there for $2 a month, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all the channel members as well. We appreciate you guys. Next week, I will be home by myself from Sunday through I think probably Thursday. I'll be leaving maybe Thursday night, Friday morning to go to the cabin, probably Thursday night. So we're gonna pack some members content in because I'll be gone all next weekend kayaking. So I'll get some members content for you guys. I promise. I know it's been a minute since we've done a member stream. But thank you guys for your continued support, man. We appreciate it here so much because YouTube has done their best to keep their foot on the metaphorical neck of my channel. And, it's difficult when they're trying to push out the small content creators in favor of these large corporate type sites. So, yeah.
Which don't have content. It's funny. They always say content creator, but they actually don't have content.
No.
It's like what is your channel about? And then they can't really tell you. They actually can't tell. I talk about stuff okay, I don't what do you do?
So thank you everybody. And thank you to J-Man. Thank you to Trina because she was a huge part of the show, and when Trina's ready to come back, she comes back, and then there'll be three of us because Jay, we'll have a round table, and like I said, the next couple weeks we've got some big things coming up. Next week we will be reviewing Your Next. Far From Blake will be joining J-Man and I, and the following week, 2 weeks from tonight, which is the 29th, I believe, we will be reviewing Strange Darling with a good friend of mine, Jamie, who it'll be her first time on YouTube. She's interested in doing some true crime stuff, collabs with me. So, yeah, she's going to be joining us here next Tuesday. So, yeah, Gap, post that in here. If you haven't seen Intruder, you can watch it on Tubi. Tubi is great for all that stuff.
Is it the uncut? Because Intruder's heavily edited. If you don't get I've got the Umbrella whatever version. It's blue. It's actually, I thought it was 4K, but it's Blu-ray. Oh my God, this says from the creator of Pulp Fiction and Evil Dead 2. All right, there you go. Oh yeah, I guess so. It's Scott or whatever, right? I don't have the credits.
Yep. He played he played the bread delivery guy, the director. What was it? Scott Spiegel.
Scott Spiegel's is the, I don't,
Yep. He's the bread delivery guy that gets killed outside. And I love that we have Bruce Campbell, Ted, and Sam Raimi in this movie as well. So
Ted and Sam should never appear in the same movie. You cannot tell. Thank God Ted wore the glasses, because I was like, that's the only way I could tell who was who.
I know, when I saw him, I'm like, that's it. Wait. And then you see Ted's wearing, go, okay, all right, that's Ted. Ted's got the glasses on. He usually wears those. Before we get into the movie, did you see this clip from Sesame Street that's circulating? Look at this. Hang on.
Come see what Elmo did.
Well, what have you done, Elmo?
Well, Elmo wrote his own song. Do Snuffy and Big Bird want to hear it?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? They don't understand the thing.
Elmo went ham.
Whoa.
No, it was funny because the other day, Twitter, like, Grok went like Mecha Hitler. And then they took that away. They fixed that. And then Elmo just went waffing. Elmo was going, like, the Elmo account got hacked. And it was going ape shit on Twitter.
That is hilarious.
So Elmo went nuts. But speaking of going nuts, it's time for Intruder.
The font, that's it. You just need filmmaking 101, get a cool font.
Yeah.
1001 fonts. No, I got
this movie, it's funny because the thumbnail, the image, they like pretty much gave it all away.
I know.
They do you have the cover handy?
So I've got, so I'll take the slip cover off, and the slip cover gives you this poster. I don't think this looks like one of those, the guys who do those shirts or something, like, did this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. Sometimes Umbrella gives you the original cover, and they do not on this one. No, they don't give you the original cover. I don't remember what this looked like. So this was like you can't buy this anywhere. So my friend had a guy, he has a guy who could get you bootleg VHS tapes. So that was my first Bad Taste. That was my first Intruder. That was my first Leatherface uncut. All these uncut ones you'd get. And the guy, there would be no cover. It's just literally like blank VHS tape, and he'd write Intruder or something. So I really never knew what the poster looked like, but it ain't this either. So,
yeah. Let me pull that up. Hang on. Before I do that, I want to acknowledge Killer Pizza in the chat. Said this is one of the most underrated slashers ever. The kills are awesome. The kills in this are so inventive. And Killer Pizza is my boy from Shogun. That's my road dog, Roberto Cruz, my stablemate. And yeah, I got some pictures I'll show off later from the Gauntlet match.
Is this the Cop Game? Because I watched Cop Game.
No. That's Jared.
Oh, that's Jared. Okay.
Jared and Casey talked me into watching Cop Game. So
I liked it.
I did too. It was ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's so cheesy. I loved it.
There's Killer Pizza. There's his link right there for YouTube.
Oh, let me sub up to Killer. Oh, let me make sure I'm
subscribe to my boy. And also, J-Man's link is in the description as well to every video. You can subscribe to him. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. All the fun things.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I subbed up.
Yep. Do all the things. He goes to a lot of like physical media stores and he does like VHS haul videos and stuff. So he does some very cool content. So yeah, that's my boy right there, man. That's my brother. But we got Intruder, and yeah, they start out with those, the shots of the grocery store
right
at the beginning of the movie. And then we go in and we meet our cast. And like I said, the cast is highlighted by Sam Raimi, Ted Raimi, Renee Estevez. But Bruce Campbell has a very, very brief part in this. Our main girl is Elizabeth Cox.
Yeah.
She plays Jennifer Ross. The director, Scott Spiegel, is one of the victims. He plays the bread delivery man.
Yeah.
And yeah, this movie, my son and I watched this, and Kasara's in the chat real quick. You can't see him because he's green, but this is Pete Daddy Ducky right here. She made.
Oh my god! Put it in front of your face so it doesn't go to your. No, it's still doing it. Oh, because it's green, right?
Yeah, it's green. But I'll send you a picture of him. He's freaking awesome. He's got the little bandana and everything. So he's got his little skull and crossbones there.
Yeah, I see the skull and crossbones.
Yep. Yes, that's from Kasara. She gave me that the last show. I was very happy. I bought it. She made a Ghostface. She had a big one, but I bought a smaller one because he fit on my shelf next to my neck, a Ghostface figure. But so Intruder, they set you up. I gotta pull the picture up from this. I'm sorry, I was gonna do that. They set you up to believe it is Jennifer Ross's like ex-boyfriend Craig,
the intruder. The actual,
intruder.
It's actually not the intruder. It's not the intruder. I guess it's like, they cheated. They cheated us.
Yep,
subverting our expectations or whatever.
There's like various cover art for this that they've released over the years, you know. But this is the one that was on the theatrical right here, and this pretty much gives away the killer, because as soon as you start watching the movie, you know who it is. It's Dan Hicks, who plays Bill, the like co-owner of the store with which one was it? Danny.
It's the brother. Well, and Danny Hicks is the only Evil Dead, like he's from Evil Dead 2, right? So he's the only other like Evil Dead person. So it's like, I don't know what the order is, but like you're like, okay, I guess it's him, because all these other people are no-namers. They always use the same guys, like the Raimis and all them. It's always the same kind of people all involved in their movies. So it's like, oh my god, it's Danny Hicks. Well, I guess he's the killer. Yep, there we go. It's like, it doesn't even matter. He doesn't even wear a costume or a mask or anything.
No, there's no he doesn't hide his his identity. Like there's no oh well, I mean, okay, so they set Craig up like at the beginning. And to be fair, when you're first watching this movie, there's no reason to believe he's not the killer. He comes in, he's got issues with Jennifer. He gets physical with her. He smacks her in the mouth, which the nosebleed she has keeps coming back throughout the movie and almost costs her later on. But you have like her and the other cashier, which is Renee Estevez, which we just saw her in another movie.
Sleepaway Camp 2.
Yep.
Two Renee Estevez reviews in like 2 months.
Yeah. This is the most anybody has talked about Renee Estevez. I should go back and clip every time we mentioned her in the Sleepaway Camp 2 review and this one. And then I'll send it to her on like Twitter or social media and see if we can get her on the show. Be like, we're giving you props. Like, I thought you were a guy. I looked at her. I'm like, first of all, I'm like, wow, she's really good looking. And second of all, I'm like, wait a minute, like you could just tell by her face. I'm like, that's an Estevez right there.
Yep, that's it.
And then I look it up and it's Renee. I'm like, oh yeah, like that's basically female Emilio right there. Like the shape of her face, the nose, everything.
The shape of her face is exact. Yeah, I know.
You can't mistake that. You know what I mean?
I thought the other girl for about 2 seconds, like, is that Allie from Sleepaway Camp Part 2? And I thought, oh my god, could it be the two of them back? And I was like, no, it's not. It's a different. It was Elizabeth Cox, which I for just a split second I thought, oh, was that her?
Like, did they bring them back together?
Bring them back together again. And Gap, that's the Umbrella Entertainment. That's the one I just showed you. That's from Umbrella. It's an Australian, but it's all region. Or before you order from them, you should ask them, because not everything's all region, but that's an all region Blu-ray that I have.
Yeah, and this is funny because I worked in like 2 different grocery stores when I was in high school. And I had never seen this movie until Trey and I watched it, which this is one I got from the library. And we were, like I said, we were on vacation last week and we were sitting there in the hotel room just all tired out at the end of the day. I was like, let's put a movie on. So I was scrolling through all my drives. I'm like, Intruder. I'm like, let's watch this.
Oh, beautiful.
And yeah, he's like, can I watch it? I'm like, yeah. So he sat there watching with me. He enjoyed it. Like, he had fun with it. But no, so they set this up in the beginning. The fight sequence in the beginning where they start fighting with Craig is hilarious because him and Bill just sit there and they just it's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. They just take turns punching each other in the face. And finally, Bill just falls over. They make Craig look like Chuck Norris. Like, he's just beating the shit out of everybody. He's hip tossing motherfuckers into cans of soup and shit. Like, it was so funny. But they get him out. Like, he leaves and they lock him out. And then it's, we find out that Danny, the other co-owner of the store, him and Billy are like business partners. He's going to sell the store, and they break the news to the whole staff. And, they're like, oh, well, can we get more money? He's like, no, you have to look for new jobs in a couple weeks. And then he's like, oh, yeah, clean this mess up. Bye-bye. We're going to go upstairs. And, yeah, it's just like, oh, my God. It was funny. It
was weird. This movie, well, I got to say, I don't know how you thought, but I didn't think anyone was annoying.
No.
Like, there was no jerk. Like, the jerk was the intruder, the boyfriend.
Yep.
But within the cast, it's like they were all like regular people. Like, Ted Raimi's a bit goofy because he's just goofy, but there wasn't any hateable characters. Like, there's usually a couple of real jerks or a couple of bitches, and you're like, yeah, I can't wait to see them die. I actually was thinking, I kind of like a lot of these people. I don't, I feel bad that they are dying. And it's, well, at least they're dying for a very good, well thought out reason. No, not at all. The guy's like, oh, I'm going to lose. Well, what did they have to do with it? Like, I understand if you kill your business partner because he's screwing you over, but what did the employees do? And what made it worse, though, they really did throw you off if you've never seen this before, because he's very friendly with them all. And they're hanging out like, hey, boss. He's like, look, guys, I don't want to close this place down. I love it. I'm sorry. I'll give you guys good recommendations. You're like, oh, this guy's really cool. And he's helping when the ex-boyfriend comes in. He's like, we better check. Oh, shit, that guy's there. They run in to help her.
Yep.
Like, everyone is a very good person. And then all of a sudden, it's like gruesome. It's not even just gruesome murders. It's gruesomers and taunting, body manipulation, body placement after the fact. Like, it's Jason. Like, Jason is a rage machine monster, like rage machine, right? Why did this guy turn into cold-blooded, heartless? Like, it's like, okay. And they know what they're doing, because they're like, look, we know why you're here.
Yeah.
We gave you the setup. It was like, whatever, 40 minutes or whatever it was. I wasn't bored. This was weird. I was not bored, even though I saw this a few times when I was younger on the bootlegs. Then I had a VHS copy. I had like a bootleg VHS copy. Then I had a DVD copy. And I thought that's all I had. And when I was watching it from the library, I thought, you know what? Didn't I get this? And I checked. I watched about half an hour before I realized I had this special edition from Umbrella with tons of shit on it. And I didn't have a chance to watch any of it because I didn't even realize I had the movie till the other day. Mm-hmm. It cleans up pretty nicely, but like it's got the work print as well, so you can hear Spiegel's direction. He could be like, "Oh, reach." Okay. It's pretty neat to hear the director. But anyway, I was like, "Yes, this is like pretty good. Like it's a solid, low budget. It's like Evil Dead slasher version. Like, good little twist at the end. We can get to it. There's a great little FU FU ending, which can never hold up really. The second anyone investigates, that's going to go to that's not going to work. Like, I've watched every Forensic Files episode. They're going to decipher what really happened.
Right. Like the ending to this, which we'll get to. I don't want to give it away now.
We'll wait.
But you're to believe that, Craig is committing these murders. Because you have, let's see, who gets it? I'm trying to think who gets it first. It was
maybe Renee, but off screen though.
Yeah, they show her. She's out putting groceries in her car, and all of a sudden you see the knife go up and then come down, and it cuts. Like, but this was, and I pointed this out. Felix from Channel Starface joined us, and we started pointing this out, especially during the live watch. This movie has fucking amazing cinematography. The way that they frame the kills and the killer lurking
Yep.
and they obscure it. Especially, and Felix pointed this out, the shot of Bill when his face is like in the jar and it's all distorted.
Yeah,
This was like a master class in cinematography.
for sure.
It was so good. Like I couldn't.
I even wrote it in red. I put a red square around my notes. Cinematography, POV shots, use of interesting POV camera angles through the phone, from the light, from the in the shopping cart, like so many, and because the killer doesn't wear a mask, and funny enough, there's a lot of masks available when they go to the attic. In the attic, there's all these masks, and you're like, well, the killer's not even going to wear any of them. But the way that they shoot it, you're like, I can't tell who it is, right? Like, I mean, we know who it is because the stupid cover tells you and whatever. But like, first time watch, if you don't really know what the poster would look like or whatever, you're like, yeah, but like, it's weird because it toys with you. It knows that you're thinking it's Craig and they want you to think it's Craig, but then they're not showing Craig. So it knows that a horror movie guy is going to be thinking, wait a minute, they're not showing the killer properly. So maybe it's not the boyfriend or whatever, or maybe, right? So it really messes with you. And then if you're thinking, if it's not him, well, who the hell is it? Because everyone's been pretty reasonable. Right. I don't know. And it's like, and you know, it's not going to be Ted because he's goofy, right? So it's a bit of a whodunit, I guess. It could almost be a giallo if there's more investigation, because the gore factor is there, the whodunit is there. There's not anyone investigating him.
I was going to say we're missing like the stranger in a strange land.
Missing the stranger,
yeah. That I'm trying to think. Were there any gloves in this? Was it?
I don't think there was any gloves.
I don't think anybody wore any gloves. Even the meat guy, and Ted cutting up the produce. And that was another thing. When you see the knife go down on Renee, it comes into him cutting a watermelon.
That was funny.
There was like 2 scenes where that happened. It's a kill and it cuts away to him chopping up like produce or fruit, which was like, it was genius. For such a like off the wall movie, this was so smart in so many ways. Right now, and this is a crime. It is a 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's outrageous.
A 53% on Rotten Tomatoes. But 81% of Google users like this movie.
Yeah. I don't look at any of these things because firstly, they're all wrong and none of them look at it compared to what you're expecting. Every movie you watch, I call it a promise. The movie's a promise to you. It's like for the next whatever hours, 2 hours, for the next 2 hours, we're going to give you this premise. So if the premise is Deep Red, if the premise is Intruder, it's a slasher movie. For the next 90 minutes, 100 minutes, we're going to give you the best slasher movie we can kind of come up with our money and our time. And that's how I judge it, how well they did it with their money and their time. This could almost be I'm not going to give it a 10 just because of some other small factors, but it's going to get damn high. And the thing is that it's delivering the very best that it can deliver to you in that time. So I'm not judging. Is Lord of the Rings the best Lord of the Rings movie you could have gotten? Yes. Is Intruder the best Intruder you could have gotten? Pretty damn close. Like, is Terrifier the best Terrifier you could have gotten? That's how you got to rate these movies. These people are just going, this sucks. What does that mean? Or in reverse, this masterpiece. What do you mean masterpiece? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what movies have you watched? What qualifies you to tell me that this is a masterpiece? But anyways, that's how you're supposed to look at. That's why IMDb's trash. Rotten Tomatoes is even more trash because I don't even.
Oh yeah,
that's like super paid for, right? When someone doesn't say anything, 5 stars, masterpiece. What the hell's that mean? Peak. You know, I can't stand peak anymore. There are certain words now I'm just getting pissed off at seeing, like peak. That's peak. What's peak mean? Peak of what?
Yeah. Parrot probably thinks the peak of my nose.
Peak of my nose, yeah.
But no, the dialogue wasn't terrible.
No.
Like for a slasher, the dialogue wasn't terrible. Yeah, there's the scene where Bill's in the lunchroom with them. And he's telling the story about the guy carrying the head and eating his sandwich, which it comes into play again. I'm like, and when it happens again, I'm like this. I was like the story he's telling
Yes.
it's like that wasn't just because they all thought it was just some shit he made up. It's like, no, it's somebody saying the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
What up,
Isn't
Jet?
that neat?
Yeah.
Hey, man,
That's great writing for
right.
for a movie with reportedly between $100,000 and $130,000 budget, which is pretty good for like just an offbeat comedy. Like, would this be like a dark horror comedy kind of?
Yeah, there's a lot of funny,
like
intentionally funny. This is the brilliance of these guys. This is why like the Raimis and all these guys, they got this humor. You can't help but laugh, but you feel that you shouldn't laugh, right? But it's funny, and they know that it's funny, and they know that you know it's funny, and they know that you're being embarrassed about laughing, but you're gonna laugh anyways because it's just funny. And like even the ending too, where like he says the thing, and then he's kind of like winking almost at the camera, like, "Yeah, I got them." It's just like, what the hell was that? Which I won't spoil it yet. But yeah, going back, like that story with the guy swinging the head, and then you're like, when you see it again, you're like, oh my God, that's great. And it didn't need that. Like this movie didn't need to put those little smart things in, but it did. So my expectation level is like, it's going to be a solid slasher with good gore. That's my expectation. But it's like the characters were better than I thought they would be. The effects were even better than I thought they were, because a lot of them looked really. It's K&B, so just to let the chat.
K&B effects is
K&B, so this is
top
like,
notch.
I mean, this is like they're not effing around.
No.
So characters better than I thought it'd be. Effects better than you would expect them to be for a low budget movie of that time period. Camera work, as you said, editing, camera.
Yeah, the editing in this was great. It's like, why has this movie not gotten more love?
No sequels.
No, again, but it's perfect. Like they left it open.
I know.
It's open-ended, which I hope nobody hears this, because I don't want them to be like, oh, we're gonna do an Intruder 2. Like,
yeah, probably, yeah.
Like, no, don't do that. Don't ruin it. It's perfect.
See, this is the thing that people keep forgetting. We had this conversation. I can't remember if this was on stream or privately. There needs to be, in horror, there needs to be sequels. Even if the rest of them suck, it's just something to be like, Intruder Part 3. Like, what the hell? Where was Intruder like 1 and 2? And then, you know, like I saw Army of Darkness first. And before the Evil Dead, I went backwards. I saw 3, 2, 1 in that order. And Friday 13th, same thing. I saw like 5, 6, like 3, 4, 1, 2, 7, 8 or something. Like it was like by 7, I was like, okay, now I'm seeing them as they come out. But
mine for Friday 13th was 6, 5, 7. I saw 8 in the theater, and then I rented 4, 3, and 2, and then part 1. My mom and I didn't see the first one until I was like 15.
Right.
That's when we watched the first one, because my mom was always telling me, she goes, well, Jason's not even in it. I'm like, really? And then finally I was like, I'm going to watch the first one. So I watched the first one, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like the first time I watched it, I was like, the setup for it takes a little time to get the ball rolling, but I didn't hate it, because I was like, okay, we're getting to know the characters. You know, obviously going in, I knew how they got there. I just wanted to see all the setup. So I honestly, I know the first one, a lot of people put the first one low on their list because, you know, and I wouldn't put it that low. We should revisit our rankings. I want to. Yeah,
we did our rankings. I think I want to go back.
I think I did. I want to go back because I can't remember.
I have that. I'll guess if I can find it. I think I put it low because it just became low. It's not that. It's weird. It's like, it's not that it's a crap movie. It became low because, well, clearly part 6 is better. Clearly 2 is better. Clearly 4 is better. Clearly I think 7 is better. So right away we've got like 4 or 5 that are clearly better. Like I can't put part 1 above. I like part 2 a lot. Amy Steele's one of my faves.
That's another movie I watched on vacation. Trey and I are watching Friday 13th part 2. That's one I can put on like 2, 4, and 6. I can just put on anytime. I like I said, I came home the one night and I walked into the living room and the part 6 Blu-ray case is sitting there. I was like, I didn't leave this out. And Trey was like, no, I watched it with mom. I told her I wanted to watch a movie and this is what I grabbed. I'm like,
yeah, you told me that. I remember.
I've done something right. Like, you know,
Kirk?
and then he's got him and his buddy were sitting here watching the original Star Wars trilogy the other day. I'm like,
nice. The real Star Wars movies, yeah.
Yep. As I said, I've done well. But no, this, like, honestly, I kid, but yeah, this is the thing. Like, I'm always scared when they say we're going to, you know, do a sequel to this movie that's almost, you know, this is what, 34 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I'm not saying they're doing a sequel to it, just hypothetically for the sake of everything. Let's say they announce Intruder 2. Now, there's a way that they could do that, and it could be pretty fucking cool. But, you know, the chances of that happening. See, for them to have built this into a franchise, you have your first one 89, your second one would have went right into production.
Yeah,
you know, crank out the second one. There would have been about a 2-year gap. Then part 3 comes out in around 94, 95. You know, and they could have put out 4 or 5 of these in the 90s if they wanted to. You know,
yeah, they would have had to have, like Saw. I love all the Saw movies, and I love that they kept pumping them out. And I was like, okay, I got to go to the theater again. I went to, you know, and I saw 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I missed 7 because it was 3D. I was like, I can't do 3D. But then after that, I've seen them all. So I've seen everything. Is better than Freddy versus Jason, not in my opinion, though. Sorry, Parrot Head. I do like the Oh Hi Mark reference, but I love Freddy versus Jason. I saw that 3 times in the theater. And I could not get enough. I know it's a bit brutal and it's not Kane Hodder, but Freddy is just on fire in that movie. And he looks, when he's got the devil, the player 2 Freddy, I always say it's like player 2. It's like in Street Fighter, it's like a different color. Like player 2 Freddy with like the pointy ears and the more reddish. Yeah. Pretty damn cool. But sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say he looked good in that. Yeah,
he looked cool. Like in that. I wanted to say because I was watching Intruder, and my wife came by. She always tries to like do a guess, and she only heard the movie. She heard it, and she came over. She's like, John Carpenter movie, right? I was like, oh, I said, you're so close. I said, why'd you say it was a John Carpenter movie? She's like, oh, the music and everything. I was like, okay, you're getting there, but no, this isn't John Carpenter, but the music is definitely very good in this movie. It's got that John Carpenter-ish feel to it. So soundtrack was actually pretty good too. And I mean, once it amps up, like it really amps up. Like there's like a kill. Yeah. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like one after another.
Well, you had an 88-minute runtime. So it was like after the first quarter of the movie, they really had to just downshift and just get going. And the one, let's see, I'm trying to think. You have Renee Estevez, Linda, I think it is. She gets killed outside in the parking lot.
Yeah, Linda. Linda's Renee Estevez, yeah.
Yep. And then what's his name? Bill gets a hammer to the head. He gets in a fight with Craig outside. Remember, he catches him outside.
Yes.
Bill's got a hammer, and of course, he loses that immediately. And Craig's going. He grabs the hammer, and Bill's coming in on him, and Craig goes and just doinks him right in the side of the head with it, and he's done.
Yeah. So I think that was the red herring they threw in because they're like, oh, what Danny? Okay, so I can't. Danny Hicks is Bill. Okay, so Dan Hicks is the killer. So Dan Hicks is like, oh shit, he's out. So that's your okay, he's dead. So he's not the killer, but actually he wasn't dead. He's not dead. You mean he's not dead? He says he's not dead. So the boyfriend, you're thinking, oh, it's the boyfriend, but then it's not the boy, which is weird. Is the boyfriend a hero? He almost becomes kind of a hero at the towards the end, sort of.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, why? This is the thing. If they're gonna, this is my only gripe with this. is if they were going to do that and make him the hero at the end, why did they present him? Like, I understand the red herring thing, but it's like, you could have just made it to where he's like, he's pleading with her. Like, he like gets physical and like smacks her in the fucking face. Like, he busts her nose, like her nose is bleeding. You know, he beats up everybody in the fucking store.
Yeah.
That's really my only gripe with the entire movie. And I mean, they work around it through, you know, sleight of hand, basically. But I really don't have any other complaints with it other than that.
Yeah, like the story. Okay. Yeah, it's tough. It's like, it's slightly slow, but I'm not bored. So like,
yeah,
I wouldn't ding the pacing, but the story takes a while. It's almost like it takes the pacing, not the pacing, but just the way they presented it is slightly off, where it's like nothing much is going on for like a good long while. And then a bunch of kills, almost too fast. It would have been nice if they spread them out just maybe 10 minutes earlier, just to spread them out a little bit, because by the time you get one kill, you forgot what the kill was and the next one's already happening. And I like time to digest the kills, to be like, oh, that was awesome. Yeah, I guess I'm that guy. Like, there's a lot of inventive, crazy kills. They happen so fast that you almost forget the last one you just saw. They do throw a couple of just like knife ones in, but then there's body placement and there's body parts around too. So that's in there. They threw a few one-liners in, like, I'm crazy about this store or whatever. Which is great. Is that what he's? I think, yeah, I'm crazy about this store. It's like, I'm crazy. I see what you did there.
This store's my home away from home.
My home, yeah. I like him. So you know who Dan Hicks is? You remember Spider-Man 2? He's on the subway. Remember when his mask is off and he's the guy's like, oh, he looks like my
Yep.
That's Dan Hicks, because he's in every Sam Raimi movie.
Shit.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Because we saw him when I saw Spider-Man 2 in the theater, I was like, it's fucking Danny Hicks, baby. Yeah. And people in the theater like, why is me and my buddy Sean, they're like, why are these two idiots losing their minds over this random guy on the subway? But we're like, yeah.
Because he's in all their movies. Like, they purposely put him there. And that's what they say when you see like a brief shot of an extra and it takes time to focus on them. They may not be integral to the story, but that's a nod to that actor for being, you know, a friend of somebody in the, you know, they're in, like, either in their movies or, you know, it's like a friend of a friend or somebody just making a little cameo appear, just a little nod and wink. Oh shit, there they are looking, you know, scared or whatever. But yeah, that's neat to catch that, where you're like, oh yeah, I find myself doing that in these movies in particular,
for sure,
from the 80s, because you have so many of the actors who, you know, basically got typecast into the genre and would, you know, bounce back and forth between these, you know, lower budget type horror movies. And that's not to be meant to be an insult.
No, it's a fact.
It's a fact. And these are some of the best movies from the fucking decade, you know. Yeah, you had your staples, your Halloween, your Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, Friday the 13th, fucking Hellraiser, Critters, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. Yeah, that one spans longer time periods, but yeah, I'd count that.
Yeah, because it existed. There was releases. Phantasm. Yeah. So you have all these big franchises, these horror icons that are existing, you know, over the course of decades. So a new property like this, or like, you know, we love The Burning, even Madman, movies like that, you know, they largely went undiscovered, you know, a lot of them. And that's now you're seeing 30, 40 years later, they're becoming cult classics because people are like, well, not everybody was like us, where they're like, you know, running through the store and grabbing shit based on covers and, you know, had access to these. And it's just, it's so fun watching these for the first time now. And like I said, this one I watched with my son, and I was just like, man, I was like, I'm glad. It was like seeing it with like a younger version of yourself, kind of.
Right.
The way he's reacting to the kills and everything. What I thought was funny was I can't remember the guy that was trying to smooth up to Jennifer.
I don't remember their names. And I've seen this a few times, at least like 4 or 5 times. And I even took notes. I didn't write any of their names down because it doesn't even matter. Like, Greg Nicotero was in this. Looking at that too.
I forgot that.
They got the half off. That was funny. They had the guy was cut in half, and they had the sign saying half off.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah. The one guy, but him and Jennifer just start making out on the register. Now this sets up for a really cool kill because he's got her on the belt, and the one guy's stocking the Chihuahua beer, which was very prominent in this Chihuahua beer. Which I'm like, is it made of actual Chihuahuas? I think Pete would have something to say about that. But so he's sitting there and he's getting into watching them make out. So he goes out and he's creeping around the aisle, and then you see the killer POV from behind the beer. And I love he goes over and he looks and he gets fucking pulled right through there.
Yeah.
Like that was a cool one. And then you have the one guy throwing the cutter back and forth. I said he looked like a younger Shooter McGavin.
Okay.
The one guy, he's like, Bub was on the other side. He's like, hey,
yes.
throw me your...
Oh yeah. And they threw the box cutter and but that's genius. He had it open.
Mm-hmm.
So when he caught it, he's like, oh, what the hell? He's like, you got to close the thing. That was because we knew that was the killer, but then to be a dick and have that open, that's really shitty. That was good. And then that leads. See, again, like, you don't need to do that in this movie, but that leads to another, because then he's like, oh, now I got to go clean up. Now there's blood dripping. So it's just another little thing. There's a lot of these movies when they don't have these big budgets. They focus on little scenes and doing the most that they possibly can. They put Raimi on the hook, right? Like style. And then that's going to come back because, well, we got him on the hook. We got the effect. Well, we got to use that as much as possible. So, of course, that's going to be a jump scare later with, the big body placement. Jason's still the master of body placement. He knows where everyone's walking, so the body can fall. But this guy's pretty good. And he places everything, and it's like, okay, it's all part of it. Catch me
outside. How about that?
Yeah, like there's a lot of inventiveness, just like Dead Alive, just like Bad Taste. Like, this is how these movies get to where they are, and this is why these filmmakers go on, because the movies that they made showed a lot of promise. It's like you put a lot of work into this. They didn't just say, let's make a slasher, we have a few kills, and then we go home and because look, a slasher movie is going to make money because it's cheaply made. There's going to be like, there's actually the rules weren't in play in this one. There's a final girl, sort of. There's a final girl, but there's no drugs or sex. None of the teenagers are dicks. So it's actually like, there's no nudity. It's not even like The Burning, which did have the kind of the asshole characters, right?
Yep.
They put a lot of work into this. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like you said, none of the characters were really assholes. They're all sitting around in the break room with Bill, just laughing, having a good time. Everybody got along. The only one that was the asshole was Craig.
Yeah, and he was kind of that was supposed to be. That was his character. He wasn't an asshole just to be one to get killed. In fact, he survives.
Right.
So the biggest a-hole of the movie survived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is weird because that's against type of this kind of movie. So that's pretty good. Okay, there are so many. I just stopped writing them down because they're just getting stupid. But like the eyeball thing was one.
The eyeball in the jar of olives.
Jar of olives is great. The going through that thing was great. The saw in half, and then he puts it back, and it's kind of crooked.
Oh yeah.
The head gets crushed in that.
The baler, the compactor. Yeah, and that was a cool POV shot too because you were looking down from the killer at Bub as he was getting crushed. And that's the scene where he came in and he was running around the baler because he thought it was one of the other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was so many cool fucking kills in this one especially. The meat hooks, they foreshadowed that because that was Sam Raimi's character that got it on the meat hook. As soon as they showed those, I'm like, So yeah, it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Somebody's ass going on that hook.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah, 100%. Every people owe a lot to Texas, but using the head to be like, help me, and then putting his arm.
Oh yeah,
that was smart. He's like, oh, I'm behind here. It's like, oh, you okay? It's like he's got that, and then he's walking and swinging it with eating the sandwich.
Yep. He's like, and he's just walking along, eating a sandwich, swinging a head in his hand, and it's like, holy shit, he murdered this guy, and he's done this before. He's done this before.
So yeah, because you insinuate that. Well, I guess that's the story that he told wasn't some random crazy guy. It was a story about himself. But I love that the guy's just completely insane. He just kind of snapped. Like, what if they hadn't sold? Like, if he hadn't sold the store, would any of this have even happened? Like,
I don't think so. I think this is. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No.
But my hypothesis on this was that Bill, he was crazy. He murdered this person before. He found stability when he started working at the store. He got in a routine, and this is the thing with serial killers. They are creatures of habit. They need a routine. So he developed a new routine. He worked. He busted his ass. He saw he was getting the benefits of those rewards by progressing, until he was part owner. And he's like, I actually have something. And when that was taken away, there's your inflection point. There's your stressor that causes him to slip back into that psychosis and start murdering again. It's like, it's a shark with blood in the water. That's exactly what it was. Right. That the other guy is selling the store, and his death was great. He's sitting up there signing papers. Next, he's getting fucking choked out, like garroted, wasn't he? Didn't he get? Yeah,
well, then he got that where you put those bills. When you I don't know what it is. It's like for bills, you put them in that poking thing, and then that you knew that was going
right in his eye.
Right in his eye. Yeah, actually, the effects on that were pretty good. Giving the trade secrets.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Look at that. It's an actual beer too. Chihuahua Cerveza.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, I kept saying, there's a lot of that beer. That's like the only beer that they had.
That was like an abandoned grocery store. And I believe they put everything in there. The prop department did all that. Because I remember watching a behind the scenes thing on this a while ago.
There's a lot of features. I can't see anything. I hate these where you can't read the features. So audio commentary with the director.
That's cool.
Video essay, work print. And there's a bunch of short films that they made. There's 3 or 4 short films. Oh shit, that's cool. I gotta watch those interviews. Yeah, so it's a pretty decent little set from Umbrella, which is that Australian thing. They're pretty good. I ordered a few stuff from them. Did you ever see the movie Hardware?
Oh,
we're putting that shit down. Let me write that down somewhere.
Okay. Yep.
Oh dear. That's one where my wife had to leave the room.
Oh, really?
Not because of the absolute depravity of some of the weirdness of it. It's not Terrifier, but the concepts and what's kind of going on is really messed up. And then there's a character that's very really ugly, gross, vulgar. Not like Art the Clown, but realistically kind of bad. And she's like, oh, I think I'm good. I'm like, okay, I said this part's not that long. Anyways, I'm gonna write that down for myself for you. I got it's this big. It's got a comic book. It's got the script. It's one of those stupid fat multiple discs and all this crap, right? Yep. But they're from Umbrella. So I think that may have been was that Umbrella. That could have been Umbrella. And Umbrella did Terrifier, where I got a Lego Terrifier thing. It's crazy. Anyways, so they usually do pretty good. It's one of those boutique ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the guys keeping this alive, man.
Wait, what movie was that? Hardware.
I'll put it in the library because I've got the super. I've got if you look it up, it's the stupid guy edition. Really, do you need all this crap for Hardware? I'm like, yes, I need everything for Hardware.
Yep. give me all the things.
Give me all of the things. My buddy got the one that's even higher, which gives you a shirt. I was like, man, I can't take another shirt. I've got like 400 t-shirts. It's like, I was like, that shirt, I'm not gonna wear it because it's gonna be a collectible shirt. Then it's just gonna be hanging in my closet. I'm like, I took, it was like $50 less or something. I just like, I didn't take the limited. I took the somewhat limited. Anyway, but yeah. So the ending. You want to see what the ending was, or
have we gone through the kills? Is there any
the
torso. We said the torso, but when he's sitting in the freezer though, and the guy's like, "What's wrong?" He goes, "You catatonic," and he gets pulled through the freaking freezer, like where you stock the milk behind there. That was another cool one, and that's the one he got drugged to. That was the saw, I think. Yeah. So let me get. That's one where his head got cut in half.
Yeah, it's like right? This, and then later on, it's back on, but it's like he didn't put it on symmetrically.
It's like Kitty Wampus.
Yeah. Like it's like like 30 degrees turned or shit. Yeah. That looked really good.
All practical effects in this. Every single one of them was practical, and they hold up. That's the thing. Yep. These hold up. They look like, well, we said it's K&B. I mean, they weren't fucking around with this, and with that budget for the kills to all look that good. This was a very like. I would really like to know the dimensions of the building because they shot this in an actual. I don't know how much they shot on sound stages. I really don't. Because I'm pretty like this is what I should have looked into this. I didn't have time, but because I know they used an abandoned grocery store.
I think okay. So it was first called the Night Crew. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see like I'll have to take a look at my features that I have to see like all of the details. But this is a labor of love, and the reason why K&B is so good. It's two things, because firstly, they have talent, but they have passion. So what that translates into saying, we want to make movies. Like we actively want to do effects. That's what we're pumped up to do. So given that, we're going to charge you money because we're a company who requires money to continue and to buy equipment and stuff. Mm-hmm. But we want to actually do the movie. So we're not going to be like, oh yeah, it's $3 million or, some stupid, they're going to do it for cheap because they want to get in there. Yeah. Just like Maniac. Have you seen Maniac? With what's the guy's name? Spinell's his last name. Maniac is awesome.
I don't think so.
Oh my God. It's awesome. So that's the guy who made the Maniac cop movies and Relentless is another one.
I watched Relentless. That's one with Robert Loggia, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you watched it? Oh
yeah, I got that. I got that one from the library.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you watched it. Shit.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you I watched that one. I was like, that shit was great.
That was awesome. Okay, so I met the director.
We did a watch party for that one.
Oh shit, I didn't notice. Okay, I didn't see that. So I met the director of that. That's Bill Lustig, who made the Maniac Cop trilogy, Maniac, and he made Relentless, and I've got him sign my VHS tape of Relentless. I got that signed. Anyways, so Maniac. So in Maniac, Tom Savini's in it, and he gets killed, and he takes a full shotgun blast. He's in his car, and the killer used a shotgun, point blank range shotgun. So he's and it's the best kill. We're sitting there thinking, he gave himself the best kill. He's like, well, of course I'm going to get the best kill to myself. And it's
my fucking effect. I want to do it.
Next guy. It was filmed in actual closed grocery store. Oh, interesting.
Which is rendered for the movie.
There you go.
It's made to look like a set through these props, empty shells, and defective merchandise.
There you go. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, because they had magazines and all that. But yeah, so these guys want to make. They've got the talent and they want to do it. The problem now is that people are doing it just to make a buck or to whatever, push an agenda or whatever. So it doesn't affect them. Like when someone's like, I want to make the craziest. So my point with Maniac was that Tom Savini is like, okay, I'm going to make this crazy. And even when Tom Savini came back for Friday 4, they're like, you're going to have to kill Jason. How crazy can you do it? He's like, well, shit, we're going to hack the bloody crap out of his head. Like
that machete head slide down the machete was fucking awesome. That was a beautiful effect. I told you, I got to meet Tom Savini. It was a couple of years ago. It's crazy. You can tell he's part Hungarian. As I'm looking at the picture of the two of us together, it's like, Jesus Christ, this guy looks like he could be my dad. It was fucking eerie. But no, super cool guy, like very just willing to shoot the shit. Yeah, he was awesome. No, and his effects, he has the school and everything where he does that. That's just passing that skill set on to a new generation, and you hope that they'll take their craft as seriously as he did, because that's why we have these movies that are these time capsules of these, like, remember you had Stan Winston, Carl Buechler, all these geniuses, Nicotero's another one. I mean, say what you want about The Walking Dead, but everything Greg Nicotero did on that show effects wise is fucking incredible.
It's awesome.
And it looks amazing. And this movie, like I said, this was straight up just enjoyable from start to finish. We'll go ahead and we'll go to the ending now. I love when we're in the main part of the grocery store, because Jennifer kept going back to her cash register. Like, did you notice that? Like, she always went back. I was like, what? She always went back to the cash register. So she's out there, and what the hell happens? What was it? Bill comes in. Doesn't he just come walking in?
Yeah, he basically comes in and he's like, oh, we got your guy. Okay, he went crazy and he attacked us. But then the thing is, his hands are like they're more bloody than they should be.
Yep.
Having fought with, like, it's like, oh, I had to fight him off. Okay, yeah, but it's like, that's a lot. Like that's a lot
of blood.
That's a lot of blood. And then he's calling 911. He's calling 911 or whatever he's calling, which we don't know. He's like, yeah. See, the thing is, I love that it's a movie, because it's like he should just attack her, but he knows he's in a movie where he has to create suspense and be like, and then we need that realization moment where it's like, wait a minute, it was him. He was the one doing it all.
Wait, damn, you never seen Maniac? Such a twisted horror movie. One of the best portrayals of making New York looking grimy and scary, right up there with basketball case and taxi driver.
I think you meant Basket Case.
Oh, Basket Case. Okay. Yeah. I haven't seen Basket Case in forever.
All three of those are masterpieces.
I need to see Maniac now.
Yeah, I wrote it down, okay. So I'll loan it to you. So Maniac is good, and New York Ripper, which is Lucio Fulci, that's his kind of take in New York, and that's a giallo, and it's like there's like eye cutting in half and like all this crazy, and there's like breasts getting like it's like super that I haven't prepared you for. Lucio Fulci is like the very like icky, like you're gonna want. If you watch Don't Torture a Duckling, you'll actually feel bad about yourself. You'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have been watching that. And that's a no Trey. That's a no sun movie. Okay. Those are no sun.
Yeah, Jared, my buddy, always he's because since I've been watching the giallo movies and more of the Italian horror, because he's a big Fulci fan too. Yeah. So he talks about he was asking if you watch Deep Red yet. I'm like, nope, waiting for we got to do that one in Suspiria. Yeah. But yeah, so I love those. I have been such a big fan of the Italian horror. But no, so back to Intruder. He Bill, he's on the phone, and Jennifer looks at her hand and she looks at all the blood, and then she looks over at him and she sees it on his shoulder, and then he looks at his hand and he's like, he kind of gets that little look like, yeah. He smashes the fucking phone down, and then he goes after her. And is this where what's his name? Craig comes in. Yeah, Craig comes in.
Yeah, so he got the hook to that, or
she just stabbed him in the fucking neck.
Yeah, like, isn't he dead? I think there's like some throwaway line like, "Oh, I'm okay" or whatever. I'm like, I don't know if you're okay.
Yeah, and then she still won't listen to him after she stabbed him. That was, I was like, Jesus, woman, Stop arguing with him. First of all, you stabbed him in the neck. I'm like, to be fair, he did slap her in the face, but
he's a POS. Man.
He was acting like an asshole the whole fucking movie. So I mean,
Right.
why wouldn't she stab him in the neck at this point?
Right.
You know, looking from her perspective, you know, but he's trying to save her now and she's still not listening. I'm like, honey, just shut up and listen to him.
Right.
You know, you can go back to stabbing him in the neck later. But so yeah, they go out and he what does he do? They fucking like massacre Bill. Like she's in the payphone outside and Bill just knocks the payphone over.
Like
he's shaking it, tips it over. But he ends up, Craig gets that the meat cleaver.
Yeah.
And what does he get stabbed with? Something else? Doesn't he get stabbed like right in the heart? She stabs him with a knife.
First she stabs him.
Yeah, he's under the Jeep. He pulls her all the way under the Jeep, and she's got her hands back like this, and he's coming in, and she just stabs him basically right in the heart.
Like he's dead. But he also grabbed the knife earlier. That was a huge knife. He's like, and he grabbed the blade of it. He's like,
grabbed the blade and squeezed it. Yeah, I was like, ooh.
And then he got like he's dead. But then he gets up for the this is the part in the movie where the supposedly dead killer gets up for one final scare, right? From Scream, Randy. And then he gets back up. It's like, and he knocks the payphone over, and then he's falling in it. And then Craig goes Tommy Jarvis full, like, die. Tommy, die.
Tommy, no. He stabbed him like with that thing at least a dozen times with that meat cleaver.
Crazy.
At least, at the bare minimum, it was a dozen times.
Right.
And then the police show up, and then they handcuff Jennifer and Craig, because Bill laying there is not fucking dead.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. After all of that, he is not dead. And he's like, they did it. Because the one cop goes in and looks around, comes in, there's bodies everywhere. And they got them hanged. He's like, they did it. They killed everybody. And they're like, okay, you two are going to jail. And it's like, what the fuck?
No, we didn't do it.
This is the worst police. I said, those cops in this movie, they're Halloween 5 level.
The Halloween 5 cop.
That is, I'm going to make a fucking GIF for that. We need a GIF for that for the show. It's like, how bad were the police? Were they Halloween 5 bad? Then we'll have the fucking, the two cops walking with their little clown music. You know,
and there's also sound there's like Bugs Bunny sound effects and stuff. Like, what is this?
In a fucking Halloween movie.
I like Halloween 5, but really, like that part it takes me out of it, man. Like otherwise, it wasn't a bad movie for me. But
I've seen that one so many times, and I remember as a kid being so disappointed in it because like we had that black box, so I got to see all the shit on like pay-per-view for free. Yeah. And as soon as that was on Viewer's Choice, because I saw
Viewer's Choice.
Viewer's Choice pay-per-view.
That's what I used to watch. Yeah, Viewer's Choice. Yeah.
Because we got our feed from it was a Canadian company, so we got our feed from that. Awesome. And I was watching Halloween 5, and I was like, oh man, I remember I was so mad when they killed what's her name, Tina.
That was very bad.
Rachel Carruthers. I was like, why would Tina, Rachel.
Tina's the actress's name, I think.
Tina's
the replacement of.
She's the replacement Rachel. Yeah. Ellie Carruthers.
Ellie, that's it. Yeah.
Ellie. Fuck, what's her name?
We can look it up. It is Ellie something.
Yeah. Ellie Cornell.
Yes.
I loved her character in 4.
Yes,
I thought, and I honestly, and I've said this before, she might be a better final girl than Laurie Strode.
Well, I like Danielle Harris better than Laurie Strode. Like Jamie's better for me. I might go along with you on that too. I don't think Laurie Strode. The problem is that she's like proto, so she's like, okay, yeah, this is your proto, this is your early on, and but I don't find that she was too. I don't want to say realistic, but like I liked the other. They did them a little bit better. My favorite final girl is Lisa Wilcox, Alice from Nightmare 4. Where she gets all the powers of her friends as they die, and then she gets martial arts, and then she gets the brains of that girl, right? So I like, she's my favorite. And I have not met her, but I have met Danielle Harris. I have met, I like Sienna Shaw, what's her name, Lauren Lavera from the Terrifiers.
Yeah.
I like Ginny. We both like Ginny. I met her.
Oh, Amy Steele.
Amy Steele.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She was awesome. I do like Tina. Lar Par Lincoln. I can never say her.
Lar Park Lincoln.
Her Park Lincoln. Yeah, who just passed away.
R.I.P. Yeah, she was young.
I know.
She was very young. I think she was barely was she 60?
I can check, but she wasn't that much older. Like I remember thinking she wasn't that much older than I was, maybe like 15 years older or something. I can take a look, but yeah, anyways, I liked all of them, but yeah, I do like her. Yeah, the problem is she gets killed in the very beginning. You're like, well, this sucks. And then Tina comes in and Tina's super annoying. I'm like, well, wait a minute. This isn't very good. You got rid of this girl and brought in someone super annoying who has no connection to Jamie. It's like a friend of a friend or whatever. Like, well, that's stupid. But I thought Michael Myers was cool in it. And I liked some of the kills. And the ending was kind of intriguing, which then went nowhere. But
the Cult of Thorn. Oh, it went to the fucking Curse of Michael Myers, which I have a video dissecting how bad that movie was. I've got the whole Halloween franchise except Resurrection, which I'm actually okay. So just to make sure I have Resurrection done for this Halloween, I'm probably going to shoot that. I'm going to start working on that video now.
Yes.
So it'll be done and it'll be on Patreon and available for channel members well before it airs publicly on YouTube.
I didn't mind Resurrection except for the ending.
It's fun. It's a stupid fun movie. Like it was made in 2002. I mean, the Halloween franchise. I mean, H2O was really good. I liked H2O. I liked H2O. I saw it in the theater. I thought it was like, this shit was fun. Like LL Cool J was in it. I'm like, but Intruder. Okay. So yeah, Bill, he's still alive, which so it's like the what is it? The return, the fucking last, I can't even remember what the last Star Wars movie. Somehow Bill returned instead of somehow Palpatine returned.
Oh, Palpatine. Yeah. He's just back. And
Rise of Skywalker. That's what that fucking dumpster fire was.
Right. And someone married him and produced children because he has a granddaughter. It's like, so who is his wife? I want to see, like, what did his wife look like? Because Daisy really looks normal. Like she might be an irritating character, but she doesn't look like she's a Palpatine. Anyways.
Well, they could cast her too. She's triplets. You know what I mean? There's three of them. There are three of them. Like,
oh man,
I want to shake her father's hand and be like, "Sir, you have amazing genetics."
Yeah, there's three of them.
You created three smoking hot daughters. That's a fucking art form right there, buddy.
Right.
But no, Bill survived like Palpatine, and Craig and Jennifer have to go to jail for this, which hopefully, like I said, they do a little bit of police work and they'll be released once. There's no way Bill survives. Like they didn't even have EMTs checking on him, and they just left him laying there. They're just like,
laying there.
Who the fuck's this guy? He's bleeding out. They're like,
Yeah. How about like, can I get an ambulance at whatever grocery store? It's like, no, it's fine. Like we'll just take him in. Right? Leslie Jones, yeah. H2O Jason figure. You mean Michael Myers figure?
Yeah, it's got to be Michael Myers.
Yeah, or it could be a J. Yeah,
I want to see a Halloween H2O Jason.
It could be a water. It could be Jason underwater H2O. Maybe it's like water.
Yes, I showed you the little cylinder I got for my birthday.
With him. Yeah, that's awesome,
it's got the light in it, the little rocks and everything. Yeah, he's okay. Michael Myers. Yeah,
Michael Myers. Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's score Intruder. All right, I'll let you go first, Jay.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The thing is that like it's almost really a 10 out of 10. So I'm digging it on a couple of things. I'm digging it on a little bit of this just kind of happened out of nowhere. Like, we're selling the store. So why that night? Like I understand that they're almost being funny about it. Like, oh, I'm selling the store. Well, that's it. Now I'm psychotic. So it's like, you knew they were selling it before. So it almost should have been like, we're selling, hey guys, I got a meeting together. I want you to stay after work because just to let you know, we're selling. And then the guy's like, what do you mean we're selling? Right? Like, oh yeah, sorry, dude. And like, it's like, we're selling it. I've got 51%, something like that to make it clear versus like, yeah, we're selling it. And then tonight I'm snapping. Right. So that's the only reason I'm dinging the story a little bit. Pacing's pretty good, even though it starts out slow. Kills are good. I liked the characters actually. I do like Bill / Danny Hicks. I think he performed well as a good killer, and I liked him. So really, it's just a little bit of the story. Maybe it's just a little bit could have been cut a little bit quicker, just in the very, very beginning. But I don't know how long it is. I think it's maybe like, let me see how long it is.
88. I think it was 88 minutes.
Yeah, 80. Wow. So you can really not really cut much more out of that. But anyway, so yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10, like solid 8 out of 10. And if you give it a 10, I'll be like, well, it's a 10. Like, this isn't one that I'm really too worried about if someone says, well, I thought it was like better or worse, So anyway.
No. And we've talked about that before. You have to judge these movies on an individual basis. Right. What was this movie trying to do? Did it achieve its goal? And I'm going to say, yes, it did, even though they gave away their killer right up front.
Yeah.
They gave it away. But like you said, Dan Hicks, his acting really surpassed that fact that they gave away he was the killer. And yeah, you had great creative kills, the fantastic cinematography, score was good. They did build tension and suspense.
Yeah.
They had an effective red herring. The characters, yeah, they were all likable. Even the grocery store owner, the one that,
yeah, the one who 51% shares or whatever.
Yeah, you know who he reminded me of? Stranger Things season 3.
I've only seen season 1.
Oh, I was gonna say he's like the guy that owns the newspaper in season 3. When you watch it, you'll kind of see the similarity just in the aesthetic of the actors. But no, I like the characters in this. Like I said, the dialogue was actually pretty well done. Fuck, I'll go, like I said, for what, even with the weird ending, I'll go 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so close to
I'll go
10,
9 out of 10 on this because yeah, just a little bit of the story, but like I said, taking what Bill said into consideration.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of, for me, it's kind of headcanon at this point that yeah, he lived this life separate and settled down, and this was the stressor, and because really, other than that, there's no reason for him, other than the fact that he's already a pre-established psychopath. There's really no reason for him to kill everybody in the store if he loved it that much. Like,
right?
If
he has to be psychotic. Yeah.
If he wants to kill his business partner, you would want the other kids alive because it's like you're going to want him to work there because they're not the problem. The other guy selling it is the problem. So you have to make him disappear. That's the only thing I can ding it on anything for is just that. But like I said, he tells that story and it's like, then it sets it up and it's like, okay, so he's just a psychopath.
It might be like he has to cleanse. It might be that his mentality, and I might be talking myself into a higher grade here, which I've done to myself many times. Maybe the mentality of it is that he has to clean slate it.
Yep.
Like
burn
it's
it
like
down and start anew.
Because what did they say he was before? He was a firefighter. What was in the story? They explained the situation of why it led to that. I can't remember
I think it was a firefighter.
Yeah, something like that. I just watched Collateral Damage today for a stream tomorrow. And he's a firefighter. Schwarzenegger's a firefighter in that. So I don't know if I'm applying that to Intruder, but I think he was a firefighter or something. And maybe it's supposed to be like, yeah, burn it all down. Like, it's like you need to get rid of all of it and then start from scratch. And that's why he's like, he's not thinking, oh, I hate these people, I'm going to kill them. It's more like, I just need to eliminate this part of my life.
Yep.
Literally surgically cut it out of my life and then just go again. And that's that or whatever. And he could twist it in his mind that maybe these kids are somehow part of the problem. They somehow caused some of this too, just through either their behaviors and that we haven't seen, or, he just is like, if they're not going to have this job, they're not going to have any job. It could be something like that. So yeah, there's not really anything to complain about. It almost sounds like it's like it is a 10 out of it's pretty much almost a 10 out of 10 if we're going purely by what they could do. The ending is funny, so that's kind of neat, but it is a little bit weird. So yeah, gosh, I would say 10 even, but I'll stick with my 8. Just to stick with my original thing, because I want to be a bit of a bit tougher. But yeah, I like this movie a lot. I've always liked it. As soon as it came out on DVD, I bought it. As soon as it came out on this Blu-ray was the Australian one. But I had to have it. But I forgot I had it, which is hilarious. So anyways, yeah, it's awesome. I love all these like Maniac, these one-off. There's these one-timers. Maniac, Intruder, Relentless. There's actually 4 Relentless movies.
Really?
Yeah, the cop continues. Leo Rossi. So Leo Rossi continues. Loja gets killed, right? So he continues and it's a different killer. So it's just a different killer every movie. But I like these like one-off Burning. It's
the Burning could have had a sequel
easily. Like Cropsy, he's got a weird face.
Yep.
You could easily do that. But even like I like Nightbreed, which is a one-off Clive Barker. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of these like ones that you could have continued on and they just didn't go on. So now they're just going to live on as fun little random movies. But yeah, This is an awesome movie.
Oh, absolutely. This was a freaking blast. So again, J-Man gave it an 8 out of 10. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Highly recommend this. If you haven't seen Intruder, you should watch it, honestly. 88 minute runtime. You won't be sorry you watched it. Now I promised you some wrestling pictures.
Yeah,
here's some pictures from Saturday night out at Super Shogun. Let me go over here. All right, so we have this is the title card for the match. Which
I know what that is. The person who makes these, they like movies, they like horror movies and stuff, right?
It's my boy Jared makes these.
That's Jared. Let me see if I can guess. I'm not sure if it's this exactly. No, it might be not this one. I have seen that before. I think it's from he does movie things, right? Like where he'll make it look like a movie.
Yeah, all the Shogun stuff is like based on like samurai movies, stuff like that.
Yep. And this looks like something. I'll figure it out.
All right, let's see here. Let's go. So here's Hugo. He was the first man into the gauntlet to face JJ. Mm-hmm. And there's our ring announcer, Chase. Awesome. There's a shot of Trina, who's been on the channel a few times. Yesterday was his birthday. There's a referee, Doc. There's Steven. We were working a veteran show. His gimmick is like a maestro.
Okay.
And so it was a veterans show. And so he dressed up in a sailor suit, which he promptly split the pants on. There's JJ. Oh yeah, Steven, there's a shot of him splitting his pants. That's Eddie. He's Trina. He manages the Symphony of Destruction stable. He used to wrestle back in the day, and he is Trina and Steven's father.
Okay.
And he's JJ's uncle. They're all Trina, Steven, and JJ are cousins. But so yeah, Hugo and him matched up first in the gauntlet here. Traded some body slams early. This was we had a 20-minute basically time limit to work with.
Okay, yeah.
And JJ, his gimmick's the chapstick, so he's always applying chapstick during the match.
What the hell? That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's
they
said be as outlandish as possible. Oh, so Hugo got eliminated. So Trina came in. He was next, and he hit him with this is a nice pile driver. But yeah, JJ hit him with that was I can't remember what that was, but yeah, here's Tate Manson. He was the third guy in. This is a good buddy of mine, another Canadian.
Nice.
But he lives down in Indiana now. He's down there, but yeah, he's originally from Canada. His new gear is Chris Benoit inspired.
Okay, yeah.
which is kind of not this one, but his he hasn't debuted it yet. I think he'll probably wear it at Samurai Slam, which is basically our WrestleMania. This was a nice cutter that JJ hit. Here's Steven with his little sailor suit. Now you'll see during the picture.
Oh, there he goes. I see it. I see the split.
The pants start to split, and he was like, "It's a good thing I wore my trunks underneath here, because pretty soon they go into full blowout mode." Yep.
What the hell? The entire thing.
Yep. That was a nice monkey.
That looked
out
good.
of the corner. Yeah. So he hits him right here with the case, right?
Yeah.
And then he pulls out his trumpet.
Oh
and starts
my god.
playing. Oh yeah, it was fucking fantastic.
And
And there's Austin Travis. He's a baby face. He's feuding with Steven right now. So he came out to help. And so JJ's beating everybody. He thinks at this point he gets his hands on my boy Roberto Cruz here, this is Killer Pizza. He thinks he's gonna get his hands on my boy, and he says, "No, no,
which one's Killer Pizza?"
Ray with the mic.
Oh, okay, there he is. Okay, yeah, okay.
Roberto Cruz. Yep. So he was on commentary, and he said, "No, you got one more guy to face," and that being me.
Yeah.
So.
Uh-oh.
Yep. There's Maddie. She manages JJ.
Okay.
And I came in. I hit him with a black hole slam. This is the after effects of me hitting him with the big boot. And just kind of talking shit. I was telling Cruz, I was like, you want me to finish it? I said, that's it. So I pick him up to go for the F5. He pushes me off, elbow, hits me with a forearm, a back elbow. That was the disaster kick right there. He had me in the corner. He hit the haluva and then did a coast-to-coast drop kick on me.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. And then we all came in and beat the shit out of him. And then held him in the corner so Cruz could yell at him like Austin did McMahon McMahon did Austin at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yep. So and then the baby faces came in for the save, so we all powdered and made our way to the entrance. They set up a steel cage match for next month at Samurai Slam. Cruz versus Chap Daddy. Chap Daddy will, of course, have Maddie with him, and I'll be accompanying my associate Roberto Cruz in the match.
I'll meet you next month.
Yep. Yeah. So that was those were some of the photos. Awesome. Yeah. So that was but no, that's basically the show, folks. Next week, as I said, we're reviewing Your Next from 2024. Far From Blake will be joining J-Man and I for that. And then the week after, which is the 29th, we are reviewing Strange Darling. And that's a 2023 crime suspense movie recommended by a friend of mine, Jamie. And she'll be joining us live to review that. So thank you, J-Man, for being here again. Appreciate it. Absolutely, brother. It's a pleasure. And thank you to everybody in the chat, my mods, Gap After Dark. Thank you, Manliness, Parrot Head, Killer Pizza. Good to see you, my brother. Let's see. My Sketchbook 340. Yeah, thank you, everybody. We appreciate you guys. Kasara Nance was here early on. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. If you want to, like I said, check us out on Patreon. One more time. I'll post that link right here. I'm going to be uploading our commentary for Intruder. I'll be uploading that tomorrow before wrestling camp. And there's that Patreon right there. $2 a month. Become a brain buster. I'm going to try to do a members stream this week. I am going to be busy all weekend as we're having company up, and I'll be on the lake. So you can't blame me for that. But yeah, thank you to all our channel members. And gang, that's it. We're done. I am Pete for J-Man for Wrestling with Horror. If we don't see you, have a great day. Pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it is always better to burn out than fade away. That's it, guys. Have a good night.